Good evening. Tonight we will be discussing the early migrations of Quakers into the American colonies, and more specifically into the New England colonies during the mid to late 1650s. At the time, the New England colonies were largely populated by the Puritans, who maintained this enormous sense of accomplishment, having broken from the Church of England, sailing to the colonies on the Mayflower, establishing settlements, and promoting this idea that you can worship God in the way that you best see fit. Well, that wasn't always the case. They didn't always practice what they preached, and this promotion of ideology that you can worship freely wasn't exactly free. It was Carla Pastana who said that the Puritans believed that these migrations of Quakers into the area was an invasion. And that's because the Puritans maintained that Satan used the Quakers as a vehicle to dismantle the religiously pure society that they had established as they left England. Well, it was the Quakers who maintained that they were the embodiment of God, and they were on a mission here to promote what they believed God wanted people to know, what were the basic principles of their religion. Well, it would come to a head eventually in Massachusetts when Quakerism and the practice of it was outlawed entirely, and a law was written that said anyone found practicing Quakerism in Massachusetts would be put to death. That would happen eventually, as there were a handful of Quakers who felt called to go into Massachusetts, seeing it as the place that they were needed most, where God was telling them to go and to promote his message. They would, of course, be convicted of a crime and sentenced to death. One of those people was Mary Dyer, who would go into Boston and get caught practicing. It was Governor John Endicott who would eventually let this group of people know that they had been convicted and they would be put to death. Mary Dyer was hung, and in the process of putting these Quakers to death, the Puritans made them martyrs, and they would have been able to use this attack on their faith and their people as a way of promoting their message and making it seem as though the Puritans were in the wrong and gaining masses of followers because of it. So making them martyrs only hurt the Puritan cause and promoted the Quaker cause.